Greetings and welcome to another session on the study of the human embryo. In this session, we shall see what happens to the embryo when it undergoes the process called folding. We already know by the third week of development, the intraembryonic mesoderm differentiates into its three components, namely paraxial mesoderm, intermediate mesoderm, and lateral plate mesoderm. Of these three components, we also know paraxial mesoderm contributes majorly to the formation of the skull and the vertebrae. So, of the three, which component of the intraembryonic mesoderm contributes or plays a major role in the formation of skull and vertebra? If the question is so, your answer will have to be paraxial mesoderm. And which component of the intraembryonic mesoderm plays a major role in the formation of the urogenital system? The answer is intermediate mesoderm. And of course, to a question which asks as to which component of the intraembryonic mesoderm plays a major role in the formation of the body cavities, then the answer is lateral plate mesoderm. So the three components of the intraembryonic mesoderm contribute majorly to different structures, and each of them plays a major role in the formation of the particular structure or group of structures. Now, with that information already known, let us stop a little and think as to what happens by the end of the third week. The lateral plate mesoderm splits. The process of splitting we already know. Cavities appear in the lateral plate mesoderm. To start with, it is more or less a kind of a solid structure, and here and there cavities appear, and these cavities coalesce. And when they coalesce, it gives an appearance as though the lateral plate mesoderm, which is a thick structure, splits into two. You have one layer which is closer to the endoderm and another layer which is closer to the ectoderm. So you find two layers. The layer closer to the endoderm becomes the splanchnic layer, and the layer closer to the ectoderm becomes the somatic layer, and that is what it is, the splitting of the lateral plate mesoderm. Fine. The somatic layer, which is also called the parietal layer, with the overlying ectoderm, the blue layer there, these two together become what is called the somatopleur. And this layer, which is the splanchnic layer, and along with the underlying endoderm, that would now become the splanchnopleur. Fine. The space that gets trapped between the splanchnopleur and the somatopleur, now this space will become the primitive body cavity. Why do I call it primitive? Right at this stage, the body is not completely formed, and you find this is in continuation with the extraembryonic area. So this is now called the primitive body cavity. And it is by the end of the same third week, we find the embryo undergoes the process of folding. As we have studied until now, we have noticed the structure of the embryo keeps changing. It grows, develops, and there are major changes happening.